New overnight, the 16-year-old arrested in connection with a shootout with Aurora police will be charged as an adult. That's according to the district attorney's office. This all started on the night of November 30th when police started following a stolen car. The driver pulled into the King Soopers parking lot near 6th Avenue in Peoria. Police say one of the people in the car started shooting and officers fired back. None of the officers were hit, but 4 police cars were hit. The 16-year-old is now facing 7 charges, including attempted murder. A 15-year-old was also arrested. That person is being charged as a juvenile for now.
Today, 2 former Clear Creek County deputies are due in court on charges tied to the killing of a man who called 911 for help. A grand jury indicted Kyle Gould and Andrew Buin last month for the death of Christian Glass. Glass called 911 when his car got stuck in Silver Plume earlier this year. He was experiencing a mental health crisis at the time, and after more than an hour of trying to talk Glass out of his car, Deputy Andrew Buin broke the car window. The grand jury said Glass picked up a geology knife out of panic, and they say Deputy Buin then hit him with beanbag rounds, tased him, and eventually shot and killed him. Kyle Gould is facing charges because the grand jury said he is the one who told Buin to break the window.
For nearly 6 months, the family of 5 people killed by a truck wondered if the driver would ever be charged with a crime. Now they say their prayers are being answered. A man was just charged with 6 felonies connected to the crash, and it turns out he wasn't supposed to be driving at all. 9 News reporter Mark Salinger spoke with family members who are now hoping for justice and accountability.
The driver of the truck was driving without a valid commercial driver's license when he slammed into the back of a car, carrying a family driving back home to Wyoming. Now Jesus Puebla is charged with 5 counts of vehicular homicide, 1 count for each person who died.
Our prayers are finally starting to be answered. And
Desiree Everts waited nearly 6 months to see if anyone would be charged in the crash that killed her family. Her son Hayden also wants to see justice.
I'm just glad it finally has taken a turn and he's been held accountable for what he deserves.
Haley Everts and Aaron Godinez died, along with their daughter Tesley and both of Aaron's parents, Christina and Emiliano. The truck slammed into the car going 75 miles an hour.
Some relief off our shoulders, and we're able to sleep a little bit better. But I mean, nothing's going to bring them back.
Puebla is facing 6 felony charges and was arrested Thursday night. Investigators with Colorado State Patrol took more than 5 months to put together all the information before handing it over to the Weld County District Attorney's Office. DA Michael Rourke says his office got the case in late November and filed charges less than 2 weeks later.
We had information and evidence that he did not possess a valid commercial driver's license. We had information that there may have been safety violations on the semi-truck that he was driving at the time.
Investigators determined Puebla was not on his phone. They still don't know why he made no attempt to brake before crashing into the cars.
Great souls lost way too soon. It's just not fair.
Now, the truck is owned by Comandantes Trucking, based in California. Comandantes has been involved in multiple deadly crashes in the past 2 years. It also has a history of allowing drivers on the road without proper licenses. The company is still allowed to operate and also still has a few big contracts like the U.S. Postal Service.
This morning, 2 people are recovering after getting caught in avalanches. One slide caught a skier near Jones Pass by Empire. Another avalanche caught a snowmobiler in the Northern Gore Range. The Colorado Avalanche Information Center says both people made it out without serious injuries, thank goodness. CAIC says both people mentioned they got too close to a slope they knew was dangerous, and there were a few days of high avalanche danger all leading up to this. The center says danger is expected to go down as the fresh snow settles in the backcountry, but you still shouldn't let down your guard just yet.
Right now, leaders in Vail are begging homeowners to give town employees a place to live. Last week, the town sent letters to hundreds of homeowners and property managers who have places available for short-term rental. The town manager told our partners at Vail Daily they are desperate to hire bus drivers and keep more essential workers in their jobs. Housing is a struggle in the mountain town, so they're hoping people will agree to set up long-term or seasonal leases with the town to house employees instead of renting out on sites like Airbnb. This idea came from the Eagle County School District. Earlier this year, the district sent a letter to homeowners asking them to rent out homes or rooms to teachers and other school employees. The superintendent called housing prices a crisis. The school district is counting on a dozen Habitat for Humanity homes to help with the issue next year.
The city of Denver is working to help another 41 migrants who arrived at local homeless shelters over the weekend. That's on top of 100 people who showed up just a week ago. Now Denver leaders are asking local organizations to provide shelter or other kinds of support for these groups. And one teenager is already answering that call. 9 News photojournalist Foster Gaines gives us a look.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
We are in Sock Emporium. We sell a different variety of socks, lanyards, just whatever you're looking for.
Y'all set?
Perfect.
And the bag is all right?
Perfect. My dad owns a store and I work here. When my dad brought this story to my attention about the Venezuelan families, I just knew I had to do something. We're doing a little program. It's called Socks for Amigos. We do have our American flag sock right here. It's Sockum brand. If you buy one of these socks, we donate a pair of these socks and all the money that, obviously paid for them. And we donate it to the Venezuelan families that came here, and they have nothing, so we're just trying to help them out during the holiday season. Yeah, I do have a connection. I was born there, lived there for a small part of my life, but still lives with me in my heart. There's a lot of organizations that work with them, and we will be, giving direct donations to them to help out these families. And, with the American flag, we want to let them know that they have a second home. We just want to let them know that they're welcome.
Leaders in Denver say they expect more migrants to find their way to the city, but don't know how many or even when.